That's exactly true. Stop sacrificing your own feelings. You know, there are too many people that dance around trying to basically talk and express themselves in a way that doesn't hurt other people. Now, I'm not saying that you should just be a downright jerk, obviously. When I'm talking about normal interactions. Too many people are always trying to be PC, say things the right way, say things in a way that somebody won't get hurt or their feelings won't get hurt. And what happens when you do that is you're not expressing yourself. You're not expressing the point that you're trying to get across. Now, sometimes I know that you guys watch me on this channel and I let out some F-bombs or some S-bombs, but honestly, if that is how I can get my point across about how I'm feeling at that time, then there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I was recently watching a YouTube video talking about how to have thicker skin. And I don't feel like people should grow thicker skin just to, you need a thicker skin to, feel okay about this or be okay or deal with people in different ways. Yeah, sometimes it does take a thicker skin. And I think that sometimes it could be a negative, I don't like to call it a negative thing, but something that maybe isn't the best way to go about things. But basically what they were talking about in that video was this person they were interviewing, they were saying that people say that you swear a lot when you're speaking. And he's somebody who is very successful and he helps people understand things, could be motivating, self-development, that kind of thing. And he was saying the same thing, that sometimes he needs to express himself in that way to get his point across. And if he is there to give you his all, how can he possibly give his all if he's tempering down the way he says things for the sake of somebody being able to receive it in a way where they won't feel hurt or bothered? And I have to agree with that. Recently, I've had a few things that have come up for me. First of all, a lot of you know that I have a 40-day Manifesting Breakthroughs video e-course, and there's 2 levels. And I have been doing level 2. They're both 40-day videos, and I'm doing the level 2. And I was laughing at myself at one of the videos that I had recorded because I was talking about somebody who came to me and was arguing with me, wanted me to do something, and I said, no, I'm not doing that right now. I'm busy doing this other thing. And they said, well, what about me? What about me? And at that time, I was like, this is so ridiculous. What about you? And I said, I don't care about you. I don't care about you, and I don't care about your feelings right now. And when I was watching that video, I had to laugh because it sounded so funny. But I remember that day, and I totally, of course, agreed with myself, but it sounded so funny to hear somebody actually say, I don't care about you right now, and I care about myself right now. And I was like, you know what? That has really been sticking with me. We are taught all the time to put other people ahead of ourselves, and that is not necessarily healthy or the best way. We are also taught to dance around and not say exactly how we feel because it might hurt somebody in the way that we're saying it. And I have found myself in both of those situations lately where I was like saying exactly how I felt. I was like just saying exactly how I felt. And I know it hurt at least one person. And I felt a little bad about that because I knew that expressing myself in that way would hurt them, and I don't want to hurt people. But at some point, I just need to be okay with expressing myself the way I feel and not dancing around it. I don't think it's fair to expect people to dance around subjects in order to make somebody feel better about the way they receive that message. The other thing is, then, I get responses to the way that I have been expressing myself, and I really don't want to hear it. And I find myself saying, I don't really care how you feel. And I didn't say it directly to the people. I've been saying it to myself, like, I don't really care how you feel or how they feel. I care how I feel right now. I don't care how they feel. I care about how I feel. And it feels so good just to honor myself in that. To not be putting my feelings behind what everybody else, how they feel about it. What their viewpoint is about it, how they're feeling about the way I spoke, or how they're feeling about the situation. And it feels really good to me to say, I really don't care how you feel. I care about how I feel. And you know what? I have, in many cases, when you care all the time about how other people feel before your own feelings, you start becoming resentful. You start holding things in. Things start really bothering you. You've never come out and been able to say how you feel because you've been caring too much about how other people feel. So basically, you end up eating yourself up inside. And that's not being honest to yourself, number one. And it's definitely not being honest to the people that you are talking with. So if you're not being completely honest and saying what you mean, they don't have the whole story. They're not understanding you. They don't know how you really feel. And that is nobody's fault but your own, because you haven't said it. But you think you're doing a good thing by not blurting it out or saying, it doesn't have to be a blurt out. It doesn't even have to be angry. It can be angry. Sometimes it does get angry because you held it in for so long. But if you're just upfront all the time, it doesn't have to be a big emotional thing. It could just be like, I'm going to be honest with you. This is how I'm feeling. And I actually don't care how you feel right now. I care how I feel. How about that? Do you hear that? I am saying exactly how I feel right now. And at least if people don't like it, that's their choice. You can't do anything about how anybody else feels. You can't do anything about how people receive your expression or information that you are giving to them. But if you are honest and you say exactly how you feel, you cannot be blamed for not being understood. People will know where you're coming from, whether they like it or not. People know what they're dealing with, and because you are giving them the full information up front. So basically, if you continue to dance around, to say things the way that people will feel better about hearing it, they are not getting you fully. They're even asking for you not to show up fully, and you are accepting that. But if you are upfront from the beginning, you are setting very clear boundaries and teaching people where they can cross a boundary and where they can't, where the boundary starts and where it stops. And they know they have all the information they need to decide what they want to do with whatever it is that it is. And when everybody has all the information and everybody's coming from an honest place, then there's no room for assumptions, for crossing boundaries, for just making up stories along with it. Because if you're not all the way out there and honest and expressing yourself as you need to be, then everybody is just going to be reacting and responding from a place without the full information. So my message is, stop holding it in. And again, it doesn't have to be an angry exchange. I know that it gets angry when somebody holds it in for way too long. But if you are just, you know what, I am going to show up to my friends, to my family, to my clients, to whoever, being authentically me and expressing myself in the words and in the authenticity that is me, people can either decide if they want to be around me, don't want to be around me, don't like me, resonate with me, don't resonate with me, like honest people, don't like honest people. They can make their decision from knowing completely what they are dealing with. But if you are only giving a part of yourself, regardless of what the reason is, then people only know a part of you, and they will step over boundaries. They will make decisions that don't fit in well with where you're coming from. They will make assumptions that are not all the way true as well. And from your baseline, you're not even relating to each other from an honest place. So my message is, be who you are, express yourself as you want to express yourself. And it is okay to fully express yourself and not really care about how other people are feeling in the way of being able to express yourself and be honest and care about your own feelings. Now, I'm not saying don't care about other people, obviously. Of course you care about other people, but you've got to care about yourself, showing up 100%, being honest. And being honest is being yourself and not making yourself smaller, quieter, talk differently, only give a little information just for the sake of how somebody else is going to receive you. Either they're going to love you or they're not. And I'd rather know the person that I'm dealing with than have a made-up person personally. And I would personally like to be able to express myself honestly and openly without feeling like I need to dance around people's feelings and opinions. And I would love for you to think about it too, because the last thing you want to do is show up halfway and hold in resentments and become angry and feel misunderstood and not have people respecting you, respecting how you feel, and respecting your boundaries. All right, everyone, just my little spiel for today. I hope you're doing great, and I will see you all later. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel now. Also, if you're not on my email list, please click on my link in the description below and go to my website and sign up for my email list, because I send emails and information that only my email list gets. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you sign up for my email list on my website. And remember to hit that bell notification symbol so you know when I go on live or upload new videos. And I'll see you guys later. And as always, peace out. Remember to express yourself in the way that you want and fully be authentically you. See you guys later.